Hello everybody, I'm Marvin Birunji, and this time we are going to talk about fingering speed or fingering dexterity. The best solutions, the best ways how we can improve our fingering speed on the horn. Now, this is something that is really going to help most of you to play jazz solos very, very well, just in case if you are transcribing a solo, or maybe if you are improvising and this idea comes into your head, but then you can't really get those fingers moving in really good shape and form. So this is going to help you develop your fingering speed, and that is going to be solved. So let's get started. First and foremost, you need to know that when you are practicing a passage, a trumpet passage, or anything that you might be practicing, you need to understand that you are going to need to move from a slower speed to a faster speed. So slowly by slowly, as you play a passage or whatever you're trying to get, you need to make sure you're aiming at perfection. You need to make sure the motion of your fingers is very, very steady, clear, and correct. So you go on increasing that fingering speed slowly by slowly using a metronome, and then it's going to come out at the end as very, very, very clean. Secondly, you are going to need to learn to remove the pinky finger from the ring, from the finger hook. It's very important. So whenever you are playing the trumpet, say you are playing a faster passage, if you really want your fingers to move at the speed that you really want them to move, the pinky finger should really get out of that hook, because if it's right there, it's going to limit your speed, the speed of these three fingers that are on the valves that are trying to press those valves to go down, and it's going to slow down your passage. So when you're playing a faster passage, I would really advise you to get this finger out of that hook and then just keep going. I promise this is something that works so naturally, so please do it and include it in your practice sessions when you're practicing faster passages. It really helps. Thirdly, let's talk about hand position. The position of the hand on the trumpet. You need to understand that the hand naturally is always meant to have a curved position, something of a sort. So first let your hand go free, see how curved it will be. You need to know that that's going to be the natural position of the fingers, and that's how you're going to want to place them on your horn when you are playing. So this is how it's going to be, like this. Make sure it's as natural as possible. That nice C-shaped shape of the fingers onto the valves, make sure it's like this, and then this will actually this is something that should happen naturally, but then there are trumpeters that really like to be stiff with their fingers, so let them go free, and that's a very nice way to improve your fingering speed when you are practicing or when you are performing. So do that, and it's also going to increase your speed naturally and drastically. Next, I want to talk about how you are going to press these valves down. You need to understand that whenever you are practicing a passage, you are going to need to take these valves all the way down. Say if you're practicing a C scale, make sure these valves are going all the way down. Da, 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 da. And make sure whenever you are pressing those valves, whether you are playing it on a higher speed or maybe a slow tempo, you're still practicing, make sure they are going all the way down and in the right order. So that way, whenever you are playing a passage, it's going to sound much more distinct and clearer. Because when you do this, when you are say playing a scalic maybe riff or anything of a sort, and then you do this, you want to play, but then it will end up sounding like this. See, when those valves reach halfway, they are not really going to sound good, so you need to know this and apply it immediately. If you've been making that mistake, please avoid it, and you are going to increase your speed, and not to mention you are going to sound much better on your trumpet. All right, now finally and most importantly, you need to understand that this finger is the slowest finger on the amongst the fingers that press those valves down to play different notes. Now, after understanding that this finger is the weakest, you are going to need to work on it as much as possible. And this is where I recommend you use the Clark Studies, the Clark book. It has so many exercises, so many good exercises that are going to help this finger get a little bit faster. And also you need to go through those what we like to call the difficult fingerings. And this fingering is something that I practice on a daily basis. For example, the valve 2, coming from valve 2 up to valve 1, 2 and 3, these two patterns, this is going to come out a little bit difficult if you try to make it if you try to play it faster. It's going to be a little bit difficult. You'll feel some bit of difficulty. You'll actually feel some pain in your arm, just in case if you're doing it really faster. So yes, that's part of the process, because you are going to need to do it on a daily basis, and you're going to need to make it clearer. Then the other fingering is the 3 and 2 to 1. That pattern is also a little bit difficult and sounds shaky on most trumpeters' fingerings. This, and then the other is fingering 1 and 2. Yes, that also comes out to be difficult. And then lastly is this, coming from 1 and 3 to going to 1 and 2. This, yes, it's also difficult. And if you do it for about 30 seconds of doing just this, that's when you feel some pain. You feel like you're really working out that finger. And it's very crucial to practice using these two fingers, because when you practice these exercises that I'm giving you right now, they are going to work for you. You are going to get to your scales, and then they are going to be very smooth, especially the scales that we like to call difficult, say C sharp, F sharp, and B major, and a few more. You'll find playing these scales very smooth and very easy. So I would like really to recommend you use the Clark book, because that's going to be like the best book to practice these fingerings and to increase your fingering speed. So keep practicing, and I hope to see you in my next video. I'm Birunji Marvin Martin, and you may have a great time.